Good evening, Graham Rawlins with our Friday edition of News Geelong. The Life After Prostate Cancer support groups send out a very clear and strong message to all affected men and their partners, as Geelong paid host to a leading Australian couple involved in this important process. The Geelong Business Excellence Awards have been running for 27 years and will now be organised and presented by the Geelong Chamber of Commerce from 2013 onwards. From the world of Geelong sport, Mitch Scoop Cleary brings you the latest sports news, while from the weather world we'll present the Geelong and Surf Coast area weather forecast expected over the next 6 days. A series of 19 totems representing Indigenous Australian native animals has been launched at Whittington Link as part of the Whittington Link Arts Walk, based on ideas from local residents. Meryl Friend reports.
Local artists Glenn Romanis and Mark Trinham have been working over the last couple of years on these wonderful totem sculptures all around the Whittington Link. They're all Indigenous animals using some of the old timbers from the Yarra Street Pier, and we were able to catch up with one of the artists and our mayor, and also David O'Brien.
Well, we were approached by the community group here to basically get involved with the local residents and to bring some artwork into the Whittington Link here. And through my experiences over the years, I've found that the artwork can connect people, especially with the hands-on effects, and ultimately connects people to nature. So yeah, we had a process where we had these barbecues with the local residents, and we talked about the native animals and the natural environment, and we felt that choosing native animals as a theme was something that connected people obviously to the land, but also connected them to the Whittington Link space that everyone shares, and they share it with other people and they share it with other animals, and it also would give them a sense of the history of how long this place and this land has been here, and they're just a part of that history. So yeah, it helped to break down the barriers and make the fences more invisible.
This Whittington Link has probably been a $1.4 million project in total. This part of the project probably cost about $60,000, where we've got totems around the walk and plantings, and these were all developed by the community. We had barbecues with different courts, and they come up with different themes, and this is what's the result of it. And it's just, look, it's a great space. Who would have thought when I was growing up and Newcombe and Whittington was being built that we would have had something like this in it? It's just absolutely fantastic.
These artworks have been done by two local Geelong artists, and now the structures and the actual materials is quite a good story as well, isn't it? Yeah,
it certainly is, Meryl. These are piers from the poles from the Yarra Street Pier. The old Yarra Street Pier that was burnt down and then had to be taken out. Hopefully we'll have a new one in the near future. But it's just recycled. It's part of Geelong's history. It's good to see them used again, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's a fantastic day. It's the day we've opened the ringtail possum display behind us, and it's part of this Whittington redevelopment project where the community have been involved, and the government's put in $1.8 million and gradually turning the area into an environmental landscape that the community can re-engage in and enjoy.
And it's a connection on so many different levels. It's bringing all these courts into the central area, but it's more than that as well, isn't it, with the community? Yeah, well, it has a real interactive and educational role with the artists who have put together each of the little native animals, and obviously there's significant Indigenous themes and environmental themes that allow the kids to be involved in an active way, both in the tree planting and watching the trees grow and caring for it, but also in the stories that have been told and will be told in the years to come. From Whittington Link, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
After 27 years of organising and presenting the Geelong Business Excellence Awards, its founding father, John Lochnan, has retired, and the Geelong Chamber of Commerce has now acquired the ongoing rights to present the prestigious annual awards. Ian Nichols has more.
This is the headquarters of the Geelong Chamber of Commerce, and they've recently acquired the very prestigious Geelong Business Excellence Awards, which for many years were run by the communicators and John Lochnan, who'll still have a consulting role in the project. We're speaking with the recently appointed president of the Geelong Chamber of Commerce, Mark Sanders.
You know, it's certainly been the culmination of some great discussions with John Lochnan, the former owner, and we're really looking forward to taking on the awards for the future. Look, John's been putting in hard yards for 27 years and created an amazing awards model, and we're really proud to take it over and grow it into even a better awards model and get Geelong businesses as good as they can be.
Well, it makes sense that an organisation such as the Chamber of Commerce, which is working hand in hand with business, should ultimately have control of something that deals with the business world here.
That's right, it's a really natural fit. We've got over 600 members and we want to make all of our members as good as they can be and give them the opportunity to display their wares through the awards process and be recognised for all their hard work and great outcomes that they produce.
Well, it's certainly something you can grow as well, and times are changing constantly, particularly in the business world, so it's a wonderful challenge for you as well.
It is, and we don't want to make wholesale changes to the awards. We want to rejuvenate them for sure, but yeah, we really want to give them the prominence that they deserve and take them to the next step, the next level.
Well, we have spoken to the Chamber from time to time, and we like to keep in touch with the Geelong Chamber of Commerce because there's been so much talk recently about the CBD and the rejuvenation of the business world here. So obviously there's a lot of challenges that you've taken over recently also as president. Yes.
That's right, yeah. And we're at the coalface of a lot of those discussions with the revitalisation of the CBD, and small business is facing some challenging times at the moment, but we know that there's a lot of great small businesses in Geelong, and with the right guidance and assistance, they'll become great businesses when things do get full throttle again.
At the Geelong Chamber of Commerce, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
As we go to a break on this Friday edition of News Geelong, join our 360 followers on Twitter at News Geelong 31 and join our network with your thoughts and comments, including suggested items to cover on the program. And also on Facebook, www.facebook.com/News Geelong 31. And you can use both or either of these tools to also comment and support us with our Use It or Lose It campaign. We'll return with more news after this.